Heyo, hello lads and ladettes, and today we have a very special video today. Today I'll be doing my own personal tier list for Goldenstone's characters. How exciting. So, how this is going to work is I have every single character in the game, besides of course the purple variation, green and blue, or whatever it is, the 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star people. And I have them in tier. So I have my list. I made these up and this is what it is. So we're going to go through them. I want to state firstly, 1, this is factual stuff. 2, it is not factual stuff. And 3, it is my opinion. So what's going to happen is I'm going to talk about the characters, roughly what they're good at. Not going to be fully in depth because I'm going off the dome here. And the reason why is because I don't have my another device with me to read their abilities. I'm going off the top of my dome here, but I know roughly what the meta is and stuff like that, if you want to call it meta. Anyways, but we're going off how good the character is. So the first one is Fodder. Now Fodder is in here because it's for characters. There are some epic characters that only go to 9 stars, as you'll see, for example, Young Dio, Stroheim, Kakyion and stuff like that. They only go to 9 stars. So if you're playing late game and whatnot, they're only going to be max 9 stars compared to people that are 13 stars, as I have a drink of my creamy soda. That's good stuff. So, they're going to be in Fodder. D is don't use. Just don't use these characters. They're bad. There's actually no point using them. They're basically Fodder, but I didn't want to have this tier list SSSAB Fodder. A bit more room to it. C is for crap. Now, that doesn't mean they're not usable. It's just they're crap. Compared to other people or other characters you could be using, they're crap. You'll see an example of what I mean. They're just lower characters, sort of like the beginning characters you get that are good in the beginning of the game. But when I'm talking about end game stuff here. You want to build your team to these characters because that's what people really want. They want to know who should I be building. This is what this tier list is for. Somewhat what it's for. Mainly what it's for. Whatever. B is boring. So B is they do well. Below average. They do well. But they're not standing out. Sort of, you can say, niche compared to crap. Like niche, they fit in a specific thing. For example, like ACDC or something like that. But they're just boring. So yes, they can do all right. But, they don't do anything special. They don't do anything fantastic, amazing. A is applicable. Now, I just decided to just go, as you can tell, rhyme with the letter that it, or rhyme or start the word with the letter or the tier that it is in. Applicable is just they're good. They're generally good in all sense. So if you have them on the team, you're not complaining. They're applicable. You can just have these characters in there. Nothing's wrong with them. No one's going to bat an eye. But they're A, mainly for average. That's what I think should be, is average is yep, they're doing it. They're doing their job. And they're doing their job well. That moves on to the next tier, super. Super is this is people you want on your team. This is the people that you're going for. This is who you want. Yeah. That's basically, it's just, yep, this is the tier you want. If you have these characters in your team, they're good. Now, some may be better than others in this tier, but we're just going to do general. I'm not going to do this character's better than this character. It's just, yes, they're good. They're super good. If you're building them, you're not going to be upset. You're getting your money's worth, or you're getting your investment worth in these characters. And then SS is just team defining. And what I mean by team defining is, I don't know how I'll do it, but for example, if you have a bleed team, you would want Diavolo on it. Now, I'm not going to put Diavolo in that tier, but for example, what I mean is team defining is Johnny Joestar, Funny Valentine. You can guess who's going to be in this tier list already. But in my opinion, that's team defining. They're you want them. Everyone, who's the best character in the game? That's what these guys are, of course. You're thinking, Johnny Joestar does the most damage. You want the best support, attacking character as well for HP and stuff like that. Funny Valentine. That's that. So, which I don't really want. I would put them all in the same tier, but just for the sake of how I think I'm going to go down this video, I'm keeping it like this for the moment. First one, Koichi. I'm going to put S. And this is what I sort of mean, that team defining is like you want on your team. Koichi is a character you want on your team. His armor break is amazing. He is a shield union characters. He is no slouch in the damage department, and his follow-up attacks as well. He is basically like a weaker version of Johnny Joestar. Honestly, like I'll say that. He's not like a raid character, but or is he? Oh crap, I forget. This is where the non-facts comes in. But he's really, really good. And if you look at the people use him because he casts armor break, and you really, what armor break really helps when attacking and stuff like that. Everyone will have him on his team because he will soften up for more damage to come in. He is such a reliable guy that even if you're running, now not that you would, but if you're running a full hermit team, you wouldn't be upset taking one of the characters out and just putting Koichi in. That's just like, as much as you're missing out on the damage bonus for having all 6 hermit characters, I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to convey here, is that you wouldn't, like, you could have a random bunch of people on the team, and if you have Koichi, you should do well. Now, that's not saying that he's going to carry a team by himself and damage or anything like that. It's just he really is just the glue in that team, in my opinion. Next character, GER is S tier, of course. Not a slouch in the damage department. Haven't really seen too crazy numbers for him from what I've seen. Still trying to get him up there, but his ability to passive word, depending on when you put him, to reduce damage coming in, or you put him in the front line or mid line to increase your team's damage for 2 rounds with crit rate and stuff like that. And the best assist in the game, he just, dies and then revives your team comp for being a damage character is super, super good. Crazy good. Literally, when he came out, he literally broke the game because everyone was trying to get him because it was just insane. And then more characters came up and heal ban became a thing, or revive ban. I would put him in SS. I really want to put him in SS, but I personally think there's other characters you would want on your team instead of him. I think he's definitely fallen behind the 8 ball, but I still think he's really, really... I still think you want him on the team. Depending on what you're going for, if you're going for a general approach, you want him on the team. So I'll put him in S. GE. I think... I don't know where I want to put him. I don't know. It's my tier list. I'm going to put him in S. He has good healing. I'm going to put him in A. I'm going to put him in A. I changed my mind. The reason why I changed my mind is that he's applicable. Is that if you have him on your team, you won't be upset, but there is other team comps you could be doing. I feel bad. No, my opinion. I'm staying strong. I'm putting him in A. Really good healing, especially with his abilities as well. With like when he dies, he gives everyone, damage buff to everyone that can't be dispelled and stuff like that by 20%, and other things that he does. I haven't used him that much. That's why I'm putting him in A. I haven't used him that much. From what I've seen as well, people just use him as a sack character to just give your team a buff. So, look, if you're just using him for that, then I'm putting him in A. So that's applicable. He's really good. He's good in healing and, I don't know. You see, I don't know what I'm talking about this guy, but I'm putting him in A. Next, I hope you enjoy this. I would still use him though. So if some of you are using him, I would build him if you want to. Like, don't say, TNT said don't build him. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just, you gotta think about the team comp. Next one, Jotaro. I'm putting him in S. And there's a reason why I'm putting him in S. And not SS. Jotaro, I wouldn't say... Oh, there's an ad that's popped up on my screen. There we go. I wouldn't say he is... SS, because I would put him in SS, but it's not like you know what? You know, I'm going to put him in SS. I take it back. I'm going to put him in SS. And the reason why I'm going to put him in SS as team defining is because he's just the tank. And it's not because he's the best tank in the game, arguably the best tank in the game. No, it's not because he's the best tank in the game. It's just because he's so accessible. Using dismantle and stuff like that to get him. And you can get Dio Stand as well, which I'll put in a second. You know, I'm going to put him in S, actually. I'm going to leave him in S. I would put him in SS. I'm going to leave him in S in a second because I'll tell you why. When we get to the other characters. He's very accessible using Dismantle Shop, and you can get him a whole bunch of other ways as well. Summoning, Avdol vouchers, whatever. Race Shop, sorry. You can get him. And quite easily as well, once a week. So you can very quickly get him up. And he's just such a good tank that literally everyone is using him because of that. Because he's super good with his damage reduction for himself. He can take a lot of damage. And on top of that, he can deal a crap ton of damage. If he's at 1 HP left and he attacks someone, they're dying. Like, maybe not. If they're at full HP, they are if they're a squishy and they're not a tank, they are dying. That's how much damage he is doing. So that's why I'm going to leave him in S. I'm not going to put him as SS because there are different tanks. The tanks are sort of interchangeable with the 3 main ones that I'm thinking of, which is Jotaro, and I'll put Dio Stand and then Diego there. They're just interchangeable. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So I'm not saying, because if you use any of those 3, there's not one that really stands out. You sort of want to build to your team, but you're going to be happy with either of those on your team. So that's why I'm going to leave it there. Josuke? It's hard because I wish we're doing all the other characters, so I might change this at the end. I'm going to put boring. I'm not going to put applicable. He does do a revive, but he does no damage, and he's only reviving. And it's sort of like, it's good, but other characters do it better. If you know what I mean? Like, do you want someone that just revives someone or gives a single good heal? Or would you rather a GE or an Enya or something just heal them fully as well? You see what I mean? You see, it's sort of like, you're missing out on a lot of other abilities you could be having that you're missing out. Because he's sort of just a single guy when you could be having a lot more coming through. So that's why I'm leaving him at B. Gappy. I'm going to put Gappy in S tier. I like Gappy. Look, I haven't used him much. It takes a lot to activate to get online. But once he's up, he's awakened, and you put him on a team, especially with his revive that he has, Berserk mode, he can do a crap ton of damage. A crap ton of damage. He is no slouch. Put him on your team. I would most likely put him in A because he has fallen off a bit. Just because other characters are a bit more standout. It's one of those situations with like GER as well. It's like, would you rather go for a Gyro? Would you rather go for a Johnny? Would you rather go for, save your gems for a funny Valentine? It's one of those things that I think it's just changed because Gappy, if you didn't know, was the first limited time character. So everyone was going for him. Then GER came out. So everyone was going for him. And then Diavolo. And then there's so many. Who do I spend my gems for? So he's sort of hidden in the dark. So I think he's very underrated. And I think he's still very strong because nothing's changed, right? Like he's still doing a bunch of damage and stuff like that. Like, so he hasn't been like nerfed or anything. So he's still there. I recommend him. Now, this is sort of the big ones here. Johnny Joestar, SS tier. Team define it. Like, you just want him on your team. And it's one of those ones that I say with... Sorry. This is going to be a long episode. There's going to be a lot of talking. So bear with me. Oh gosh, boys, don't give up. He does so much damage. And the reason why he basically does so much damage is one... Same thing with same thing with Koichi, is that he does follow-up attacks. Max of 6, I believe. So he's doing that constant pressure he's adding on. Does insane damage because if he builds up 15 spin attacks. He does an atomic slam, which he gains every time he does an attack. It's just broken. He dies, he gets a revive and immunity shield as well. Like, it's just, oh my god, it's just so broken. Like, really, like, I don't know why they've added him. Like made him like that, but he's really, really good. Best damage in the game. So much so that even if he was at 5-star, you got him and you leveled him up to 100 and you added him to a full 13-star team, he would still be doing damage. Because once, if he died, he just had a revive. And I have a video on it, check it out, when he first came out. He just was in Dio's 4 mana. He was doing 20 million. He was out damaging my 11 and 12-star characters. That's why he's super, super main. He adds the damage. You do an Evil Crusade or any challenge of a new character, whatever like that, hero challenge, he's doing 300 million damage. And I'm not joking. He's doing 300 million damage. He's just Buccarati, but better. So that's why he's there. The next one, Kakyion, is S tier. Kakyion is one of those ones where I think he falls off late game, and it's one of those things that he does a lot of damage. You got to think of when he was added to the game. He was the most damaging character in the game when it first came out. That's just because his rage skill does like 700% damage, which is more than any other ones, I believe. But I think off the top of my head. So he's just doing a big AoE and hitting everyone. Plus he buffs the team with the soul buffs and stuff like that, with healing, damage, crit, whatever it is, depending on which one you get. But I think late game he falls off because you sort of when you're building a team, you want to build around something like, oh, what are we doing? Is it just overall damage? Is it bleed? Is it status effects? Whatever you want to do, however you want to build it. And he's sort of there to just be like a big hitter. He's easiest to get without being like event limited and stuff like that. He's probably one of the most damaging characters in the game. So that's why I'm putting him at S. So if you're building him right now, good. Like, for example, on my team, I've removed him because there's just other characters. Like, you're putting in like a Johnny over him. You're putting in like all these other characters over him instead. So that's why I'm just leaving him in S. I wouldn't put him in A. He does too much damage to be put in A. So I'm just leaving him in S. He's still really, really strong. The only reason why I took him out really is just to have... my team comp's very messed up at the moment and I really need to sort it out. But that's why he's there. So boom. Next one, Gyro. Now, I don't want to place Gyro. I don't want to place him because I don't have any data on him. I have no idea how good he could be because no one's upgraded him. But I'm going to say it, and you might think I might be wrong for this, but I'm going to say it. I think he's going to be SS. It's hard to show because you need him to be upgraded. He can't compete. He's not like Johnny where if he dies, he can revive himself for a round so you can somewhat see what he can do. He's good. He can heal. He can revive. He has a revive in himself and he can do a crap ton of damage. That's literally all we have so far of him. So that's why I'm going to leave it as there. But I reckon, look, he's going to be S either way. Like the lowest he's going to be is S. But I reckon, I'm going to take a big call here. He's going to be double S. Like I reckon he's going to be the best healer you want on the team. And this game, gatekeep all you want, whatever you want to say to this game. When they release a new character, they're broken every single time. They've always been broken every single time. So if they're going to introduce a healer, they introduced an event limited time tank. That's really, really good. And Diego, Diavolo, Gappy, whatever. Of course, Gyro is going to be good. Simple as that. Next one, Dio Stand. Putting him in S tier. This is where you can switch out with the tanks. Dio Stand is super annoying because he does lots of damage to everyone, not single target like Jotaro, does lots of damage to everyone, and the taunt ability is where he's just getting attacked. So he really just can mess up team comps, and he has a lot of HP. That's really, really it. I can't get into the nitty gritty because I haven't really used him yet, but I actually hate versing him because he's super annoying. Next one, Enya, S tier. Man, do I love this woman. She can heal. She can revive if someone, and multiple revive if multiple people die in one turn, revived. If they have the attack corpse on, whatever it is, corpse on, they die, revived. They die, revived. Multiple times. Super good. Super good. Healing's insane. Jotaro, someone's on 1 HP, does the heal, whoop, full HP again. Especially with tarot cards and emblems and stuff like that. If she dies, she gives corpse party to everyone and health to everyone and damage bonus to everyone. Like, why wouldn't you want her on your team? But she's very, very good. It's because you can sort of, with team comps nowadays, especially because all the event limited time characters have revives in their kit, you can sort of get away with not using her nowadays, especially with the hollow and stands and stuff like that to heal you. But yeah, very, very good. Another one is Funny Valentine going in S tier here. I kid you not, I know I mean this when I say this. He is the best character in the game. Johnny is super good at damage and stuff like that, don't get me wrong, and he is the best character in the game as well. But Funny Valentine is the best character in the game for a different reason. Just doing immediately 6% damage, which I think caps out at 12 when he's max level, 12% damage to your enemies, super dumb. And then you get a shield from the HP for the first 2 rounds. Crazy. Because it mitigates so much damage. And then he has all these other buffs that he gives to Hermit, and he's no slouch in the damage department as well. Like, get him. He is super good. Super. Corpse, where they have slow speed as well, with his Holy Corpse Parade, whatever it is, I forget. Absolutely crazy. So much so that how broken he is Gyro literally has ability that just cancels one of Funny Valentine's. Like, they literally had to they made Gyro just cancel this guy's, Funny Valentine's ability. So yeah, he's really broken. Get him. Just get him. Next one, Diavolo. I would honestly put him in A, but he's too good to just put him in A. On his own, he's okay. He still does good damage and putting bleed and he has a natural revive ban in his kit, which is super good to stop the reviving happening all the time, even though you can't dispel some of them. Stop the reviving all the time. But yeah, he's good because bleed, lots of damage, revive, heal block as well. He's super good, but does more damage than bleed. One of the things in his kit is that the more damage he does, and if someone does bleed damage as well, for example, Vamp Dio, Nero, stuff like that, someone like that, they get their HP reduced by 5, max 15%. So over a long battle, which can happen, especially in the higher up, because so much stuff is happening, especially in the end game, just the total HP is dropped by 15%, that they can't heal. So if they're healing anything like that, they're slowly just getting outdone. That's why that makes them super useful. Cars, I don't like cars, but I want to put him in B, honestly. I think he's useless. No one's using him. No one's using him at all. He's boring. He has execution and stuff like that, which was broken, and I think it's finally fixed. But there's so many other characters, and that's what I mean by boring. There's so many other characters you just want to be using instead of him. Would you waste a slot on him? No, unless you're going for a very specific team comp. But since there's more Hermit characters in the game now, I just wouldn't use them. And I'm just leaving it at that. No facts, whatever. I just don't like the go. So, there you go. Rissoto. Do I put... I'm going to put it in A. I think he's really good. But I don't think he's super good. That's one of the things, is I think he's very applicable, but you need a team comp around it. You got to be building a certain team comp. If you're building a Hermit team anyway, you would have, in my opinion, Dio Stand, Enya, Funny Valentine, Diavolo, Vamp Dio. Do you go with cars? Do you go with risotto? Yes. You can do something like that, but then a new character, new different hermit would be interesting. Whatever. I'm putting him in S. I'll put him in S. I like the guy. I think he's really, really good. Sprocking, bleed, and plague and stuff like that, and doing good damage. No such in the damage department. He's sort of, at the beginning, there was no real hard hitting, maybe cars, but no hard hitting hermit characters. And he was just the one to do it. So I'll put him in S tier. If you're upgrading him, good. He fits in the team comp. You won't be upset. And the only reason why I'm doing that is because I'm putting Vamp Dio in A. Vamp Dio is good, but I think it's one of those ones that you need to build, like I was saying about Nero at first. Nero just does good damage across the board. I think Vamp Dio, you really want to stack the bleed, and to help him shine like he would be S, is you need to be constantly stacking bleed on people. That's what I'm just gonna leave it at that. He does lots of damage, and he stays alive. Like, he knows, like, he'll live, like, outlive everyone, all the tanks and stuff, because of his healing powers. But I just think, is there other characters you want to be doing? Do you want to build a certain team comp? If he's like just on your team, just to be on the team, I think you're really missing out on what his potential is. So that's why I'm going to put him in A. So if you're building a bleed team, definitely use him. He's going to be S tier, even SS tier. You need to have him on the team. But if you're just having him just to have him on your team, I think you're very much holding him back. That's what I put there. Diego, I'm putting in S. And the reason why I'm putting him in S is and the main reason is that he is a bitch to get. Pardon my language, and I'm sorry, kiddos, but he is just, like, I only have one copy of him, and it's been out for a month now or so. Like, hello, like, especially with the way they're doing it, which I know everyone doesn't like sprint, and I agree, 100% agree. So, like, no one's getting him up to max anytime soon, so we don't really know how good he is, and I would put him in SS. Double S. I would put him in double S, but just no one knows yet. So that's why I'm just leaving him there. So, bite me. Dino bite. Rawr. Johnathon, I'm going to put Johnathon A. I really like Johnathon. This is one of the things that I just really like the guy. I think he's just good. Like, that's literally it. I just like him. One of the things is, this is my opinion for the tier list, I just really like him. I think he buffs himself. He can do a lot of damage as well, buff and crit and stuff like that. I think it's just good. I'm gonna leave it at that. This is sort of the territory where I go, yeah, if you're not using Herman and Union characters, you're behind. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that there. I'm just gonna leave it at there. Iggy, I'm gonna put in A. I think he's a really, really good tank. Probably the next best tank. If you want to use him, of course you want to get Jotaro up. But yeah, super good tank, damage reduction plus shield and stuff like that. Very, 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 very nice. Now we're getting to the territory that I haven't used any of these characters, so I'm just going off how I feel mainly and how good they are. So yeah. Next one. Do I I feel like this is gonna be such a weird tier list. You know, I'm gonna put him A. Joseph is A, and I'm changing cars and that guy, Josuke, to crap. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, there's no point using it. That's how I'm gonna do this. Applicable is A. Joseph is really is good, and especially good early game as well, good mid game, but late game, you're going to be using something else. What I should do here, excuse me, is I need to preface like this, and I forgot to do this at the beginning of the video, and I know I'm going to get comments on this, so watch the whole video. People are going to say, and I feel like they are, in the comments, they're going to go, oh, I'm free to play though. Can you make a free to play tier list but who would you pick for free to play? This is all of it. And the reason why I put that is that I'm not the biggest fan of the free to play argument. Even though there's no argument, I'm just saying I'm not the biggest fan of it, because I see it in the Discord and stuff like that. And it's okay, you can say it, because I think it does build some context. But if you're there and you go, who should I build? Oh, I'm free to play, by the way. It's like, I don't think free to play is the biggest limiting factor. Is it a limiting factor? Yes. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like if someone spends like $1,000 on the game, they're not going to be ahead and get what they want. Yes, that's 100%. But this is an idle game. It's a slow game. You're meant to slowly unlock things over time. You're not going to have maxed out stuff in the first month, first 2 months or so. I've spent money on this game more than most people. And I'm 6 months in or so, and I'm now just getting 13-star characters. I got so much crap I gotta get. I gotta get stands max. I gotta all this bunch of other stuff. Not even stand arrows on top of that. So it's one of those things that like you will slowly get these characters, and I feel like I've shown on my main account as well, on my free-to-play account that I was playing for a little bit. I was getting characters up. It was all normal, but I could get the Union and Hermit characters up as well. But I was getting them up super quickly to 11, 12, 13 stars, and you just go from there. Like, you just max out a team of these Wit, Valor, and Morale, and you max them out to 13, which you'll get slowly, and then you can start focusing on getting other people, but at least they're maxed out, ready to go. And that's what I think people limit themselves in this game, is that they hop into the game, they're level 70, level 80, and they have these characters, they have a whole Union and Hermit team that they can't get up, and they're limiting themselves. I hope you're understanding what I'm getting at. So I think in the beginning of the game, you should just be focusing on getting people up. Not max them to 9 stars or 10, maximum 10 stars, because you can use it as fodder. But just get a team as quickly as possible up as much as you can, and then you can go from there. My team has gone through so many changes, but at least I'm sticking to the key principles there. So that's what's happening there. I want to just say that. So this is for everything. I'm not counting in how long it takes to get a character, blah, blah, blah. These are the characters you just want to be building towards. Donezo. That's my speech. Done. Okay. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with me or not. Like, I'm saying it, I'm not trying to say it's not slow. It's slow. It's just like, I don't think that's like, I see it as somewhat as like an excuse of like, oh, which character should I build? I'm free to play, so I can't get this. Like, no, it's just, you just slowly get the characters eventually. Wamu, don't use. Yeah, he's alright. Just doesn't do really anything special. Not enough damage. Magic Reflects, alright. I think that's what he does. I don't even know what he does, I'm going to be honest with you. That's how useless. There's just other characters you can use. Just don't use them. Mista. Hey, I think he is, in my opinion, my favourite tank in the game. Or my favourite non-Hermit and Union. He's my favourite morale tank. I like the counter-attack that he does. I like the bleed. He has HP. That's basically it. He's not boring, but that's basically it. Like, you don't want to use any other tank besides him and Iggy, unless you're using Jojo Dio or Diego. Just very, very nice. Narancia, I'm going to put B. The reason why I'm going to put B is because he's boring. He doesn't do anything too particular. He does burn, so you can run a burn comp. And that's basically where I'm going to put a bunch of these characters are in boring, because they don't do anything special. You rather other characters. For example, if you go, who should I use instead of Narancia? You can just look from A tier upwards and you go, alright, I should use literally any other character than him. Not below, but upwards. That's what I'm getting at. Next one I'm going to put with him is Avdol. Avdol is... Look, I'm going to say this, and I know, like, people may hate this. I'm going to put him in S tier. I think Avdol's fire. Pun intended. I would, honestly, though, he's A tier. But I'm putting him in S tier. His revive is a pain in the ass. And he just does very good, he does good damage. No, I'm putting him A. I take it back, sorry. I'll put him in A. I think he's really fun. If you're new to the game, definitely build him. If you're thinking of, if you don't want to use Hermit or Union, or you're just using a bridging character for the moment, I think he's fire. Yes, I made the same joke twice. I think he's just very good. He still puts out his Hellfire, stacks the fire damage and stuff like that. And you can have Johnny for burn, you can have Nurturer for burn, you can have the Flame, Planet Wave does burn as well, stand, and then he does burn. So you got 4 stacks to stand there. It's becoming a more viable build, which is really, really good to see. So I'm putting him there. Foo Fighters, don't use. Honestly, fodder. No, I'm gonna put her in D. Don't use her, just crap, no healing, whatever. Anyways, next one. Joylene is A tier. I think she's a very good healer. Very good. She's a good healer. And she does a plus attack damage to everyone as well as a boost. Once you awaken her, she definitely becomes a lot more viable. So I'm just going to leave her there. Buccarati. I'm going to put a Buccarati in S tier. This might be strange, but I'm going to put Buccarati in S tier. I think he is probably the best wit, valor, and morale character in the game. Now, I've got to look through the list here, but in my opinion, he is the best one. Like, Joseph is really, really good, and I like Johnathon, but him, like, if you're running a team of Herman and Union, you could have him on your team if you don't have someone like Johnny on your team, because he does bleed as well, but he just does single target damage, he does follow-up attacks, he just boom, raid damage, absolutely wallops. Gives a good walloping. White Snake, boring. Look, I like the guy, and I want to make him work, and I want to put him in A tier, because I think it's really, really fun, his abilities. But maybe in specific team comps, he's good. For example, maybe double tank. Still experimenting with that. He is going to be my first character I'm going to get to 13 stars. Besides Avdol and Johnathon. Okay, never mind, he might not be. But I'm definitely going to get him to 13 stars really, really quick. Because I want to experiment with him so much. Especially now that I can do, once I get more people up, I can get them quickly to 13 stars and I can make a bit more exciting content and more content with that. So he's on my radar. Use him. I like using him. I think he's fun. But look, he's just too squishy and he just doesn't do insane damage. So very, very weak. You can definitely tell that like Whip Morale and Valor are just to carry you to get the Hermit and stuff like that. Hermit and Union characters. Because if you're not using Hermit and Union, you're just throwing basically. Zeppili, I'm going to put an A as well. I think he's a really, really good healer and I like him. He does bonus crit damage or crit chance to your team and also cleanse them and heals them. Nice, just solid. If you're using healer and you don't want to use Enya or something like that, he's very viable and good next to her, next to Joylene. Next one is Trish. Where do I want to put Trish? Crap. Trish. Here's the thing. Trish is bad. She's crap. But I've seen situations where in Dio's manor, where if she's like last and she's the last person alive and she's increased her soften so much that she just doesn't take a lot of damage. And like, it's actually crazy that she takes no damage. Not no damage, but you know, doesn't take a lot of damage. So actually she mitigates quite a bit. But it's one of those things that you don't want Trish to be last, so it's very counterproductive, and she doesn't have enough health to even proc it. Yeah, just don't use her. Pet Shop, my man Falcon. This is for Falcon, SS tier. Pet Shop, best best character in the game. Look, this is a joke one. No, it's not. I take it all back. I would probably put him in B tier, just for boring. But for my man Falcon, the GOAT, in the chat, SS tier. Always have him on your team. Prosciutto is don't use. He doesn't offer anything. His healing reduction that they do is negligible that he does. So if you didn't know, he hits a team, their healing is reduced by a certain amount, by like 40 or maybe 60% at max level. It's like, all right, cool. Yeah, sort of, but he doesn't do that much damage and he doesn't proc anything. Like if he proc disease or plague or poison, I think he'll definitely boost him up quite a bit. But if he's just doing healing reduction, and sure he has dodge chance and stuff, but don't use him. Use other characters. Polnerff, I'm gonna put B crap. I'm gonna put him boring. He does. Early game, he's really good. He's really good early game. But other than that, he really much drops off so I wouldn't recommend using him. I would honestly put him in crap, but looking at all the other characters down there, I think he's just a bit better than that. And also his ability is that when he kills someone, he can proc it again and potentially get multiple kills is good, but when you're in the end game, they have so much HP anyway that you're rarely doing it, so then you're basically hoping that he gets the final kill on people. It's just, it's weird. Lisa, crap. Magic Reflect, whatever, just don't use it. I don't even know what she does, I'm gonna be honest. Just don't very much use her. She's not a tank. She takes damage and she reflects it back, I think. That's how much, like, you don't see her whatsoever, so just don't use her. ACDC, I'm going to put boring. There is an interesting team comp that I really want to try, and it is... I forgot if it's burn or bleed. I forgot what status effects. Is that he does 20% more damage to bleed and burn or burnt target. I don't know which one it is, but I really want to build a team comp and see how crazy his damage goes. I hope it's bleed. I'll check it after this video, but I really, really hope it's bleed. But yeah, boring, doesn't really do much. Like, he's alright. I know some people can use... no, he's just boring. Secco is don't use, crap. Armor break, crap. He is not tanky. He's not tanky, really. Even though he's a tank. Just don't use him. Cioccolata. I'll put him in crap. I'll give him the respect he deserves. If some of you didn't know, he used to be... excuse me. A tier. He used to be S tier for the free-to-play in the Discord, if you saw that tier list. He used to be really, really good. And the thing is that he was bugged. He was bugged for two things. One thing is that he was damaging people in the whole area, even though he was only meant to damage the middle row or the middle back row, whatever it was. He was meant to damage like the back row or something like that. But instead he was doing it to everyone. So that was really, really good, right? And the second thing is that when you awakened him to 15, he was actually doing, I think... it was like 20% overall more damage than what he should have been doing. So he was putting out crazy numbers. And then the infamous, update came where they nerfed him. And now they gave out, well, they didn't give out, you had to request it, awakening stones, because people were so upset. Because everyone in the Discord, for months, I'm telling you, months, 3, 4 months, 5 months. No, it'd be 3 months, I think, 3 or 4 months. Everyone in the chat said to like all the new players, get Cioccolata because he's insane, absolute shocker. And even I did. I got him to 12 stars, and then I got the awakening stones, or to reawaken, or to whatever, get rid of them, basically. So yeah, so super upsetting. Bug eaten, boring. Does poison. So does Cioccolata. Does poison. There's not enough to make a poison team comp, which I hope Fugo fixes when he comes into the game. But yeah, he does decent damage, and he does poison. Like, what can you do? Like, if there was another poison character, I think I'd bump him up, because you could make like a really good team there. But only having 2, Cioccolata and Bug Eaten, not enough. Shigeko, I'm gonna just put boring. He was trashed on, but he can put out some good heals once he awakens and stuff. It's one of those things that, like, once you awaken characters, they sort of get like okay. Like, everyone's like okay, but some of course better than others. So I don't want to totally hate on him like I used to do, but he just heals. Like, he doesn't do anything else. That's why I'm putting him there. Whole Horse is fodder. Okay, we're coming to the end here. That's good. Whole Horse is fodder. He can go 9 stars, 9 stars, 9 stars, 9 stars, 9 stars, 9 stars. And to finish this off, Satana is SS tier. He is the best tank in the game. Upgrade him and level him up as much as you can. He is absolutely insane, I promise. For a 3-star character, broken. This was a long episode. My voice is fried. I hope I have everyone. This is the tier list. I hope I explained it well. You can ask me any comments below, any questions, stuff like that. Remember, this is my opinion. Some of the stuff was jokes as well. But yeah, this is roughly it. This is who you want to be building, stuff like that. These are, A is like, it's okay. Like, don't worry if you're building him, then good, you're still fine. B is maybe where you need to think about someone else, or you would eventually swap them out. C don't use, or C crap, D don't use, and then fodder, you can't really do anything. If they're fodder, just stop upgrading them and just use them for unless you're using them for fodder, then upgrade them. That's going to be it for me, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this content, and I'll see you all tomorrow, where I may, not tomorrow, but in the next couple of episodes, hopefully over the weekend, I'm going to release the second part of my part 1 video and talk about different team comps you can build. I'll get around to it. Love you guys so much. Bye!